Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading. We are going to get into the Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle deck and the Shadows of the Middle Ages Oracle deck and the Teeny Tiny Tarot. We're going to ask what the hell is their deal, Sagittarius. So who they are, we're going to explore that in this reading for you. We're going to find out who they really are. Who do they pretend to be? Why do they pretend to be this way? How this affects you in this situation or relationship and how you feel about this person, Sagittarius. Ouch. Okay, Sagittarius. Who they really are. Self-worth. Okay, this person could be doing some sort of self-worth healing here. This person could know their self-worth. This person could be working on their self-worth. Who they pretend to be. Honesty. They pretend to be honesty. It's a liar. It's a freaking liar. What are they? Okay, why are they pretending to be honest? Success. I want to look successful. Okay, I'm successful. I'm winning. I've got it. Okay, how this affects you in this relationship? Individuality. Everybody's a little bit different, aren't they? It's like everybody's a little bit different. That's how it affects you. I'm like, okay. How do you feel about this person? Focus. Focus. You might feel like this person is focusing on something specific. Movement is complicated. High Priestess of Spirit movement, complicated. Spiritual movement is complicated. That's interesting. Very interesting. Shadows of the Middle Ages. Who they really are is self-worth. Oh, so bad. The mice. You got two cards on there. The mice and the winter solstice. Oh, this person is definitely looking out for themselves. This person is trying to protect themselves. That's who they are. They're trying to protect themselves. They're trying to... But it's a vulnerable energy, so that's interesting. This person is trying to protect themselves, but they're also vulnerable. So, I mean, it makes sense. So, okay, this person is pretending to be honest. Well, I'm going to just say this. This person might be in a vulnerable position. Honesty is not always, depending on the environment that they're in, it may not always be the best thing moving forward. If there's someone around who preys on vulnerability or anything like that, right? So I'm going to give them a tiny bit of a pass on the fact that they're pretending to be honest. Gloves. So a boundary here. They're pretending to be honest about a boundary. This person is protecting themselves. They need to do that. But why? Is it because of their self-worth, right? When actually, that's who they are, is their self-worth. But they're actually pretending that either they're being obvious about, or they're pretending to be obvious about what this boundary is. That there's some type of boundary here, or there's some type of, maybe there's a difficult lesson that they're trying to direct someone else towards, and they're pretending this because of success. Spider, they're manipulating success. They're strategizing success. Right? This person has winter and mice. That's not great. There's nothing growing in that energy, and you really got to look after you. How this affects you is individuality. Lily. I'm gonna need more on that one. How you feel about this person is focus. Woman, focus. That woman, focus. Focus, woman. Okay. Fairy fire. Cauldron fairy fire. Well, hello. That sounds very intense. The cauldron fairy fire. Could be complicated. Intense. That's an intense energy. What is going on here? Let's read the self-worth card. Is there anything else in here that we need to hear about? That's who they are. When you draw the symbol, you are asked to consider what value do you place on yourself in your life. Okay, that's who they are, though. And they are placing, I want to say they're placing value on themselves here. Do you believe in yourself, or do you behave in a way that tells others you are not worthy? All my children act with self-respect no matter the circumstances they come from. Self-worth and self-esteem mean that you will not allow yourself to be led into compromising situations. Love yourself, for I, Nikes, love you dearly and want the best for you. Act as though you are worthy of only the best, and you shall have it. Keep your head high. Well, that's who they are. You know, I don't know. I'm going to be honest. This could be somebody that doesn't have much. With winter and mice. Mice is a situation, it's talking about a situation here where you're kind of like the little guy here. You're one of the lowest denominators on the pole, and this is no situation for this person to be altruistic, like to be doing things for other people, because they probably don't have much for themselves. That's who, but you know, this person, you know, there's a possibility here that there could be a bit of an overdeveloped ego around this, possibly. Because, you know, the world around them may reflect, they may feel like the world around them, or how the world responds to them, or the opportunities that they've had in life or not had in life, maybe, or room for growth and things like that, that, you know, in definition terms of our world, they may feel like, you know, people look at me like I don't have any value. But so the self-worth card, right? I think it's kind of natural that this person they may even walk with a lot of pride. They might have a bit of a chip on their shoulder. So, okay, that's honesty. Oh, sorry, it's self-worth. Where do we get, oh, honesty is coming up. Honesty is coming up. So self-worth is who they are. The Wheel of Fortune, the Hermit, and the Queen of Cups. I'm going to love myself. That's what it feels like. I'm going to love myself. I'm going to look after myself. I'm changing things here, and I'm looking after me. That's who this person is. What's with the mice? Okay, Emperor came out in reverse quite strongly, and face up. Face up, yep. The other cards I don't see here. Wait. The Emperor in reverse, the Death card, and the Knight of Wands. All right, this person has been taken advantage of. By, I don't know. The best way to describe the Emperor in reverse is egotistical maniac leadership. Like somebody who's really, it's all about me and nobody else, even though I'm the one that has all the power and all the control here. The Death card and the Knight of Wands too. This is, I don't know, so like a rebirth. A rebirth. I'm wondering, because now we have the Knight of Wands, which is your card. Individuality. Peace. I don't know. I'm wondering. Because, okay, it looks like to me that somebody's trying to take advantage of another person. That, I don't know. That could be what this person is trying to avoid with the mice, because this is who they are. I'm not asking like what their experiences have been. I mean, I get a little bit of that energy with the cards, right? So maybe, yeah, an Emperor in reverse, not a good energy. That's definitely someone who takes advantage of people when they're the one who actually has a lot to give. So that's who this person is, and they are going to love themselves. The mask they hide behind is honesty gloves. Gloves talks about boundaries here. And it can also talk about like a punishing hand. Let me see. Honest. Oh, this person could bite first. I don't know. I don't mean that like in a kinky way. I don't know, maybe. They could bite you first. No, I mean like they could. This person may try to hurt you before you can hurt them. They may try to hurt you. They may try to hurt others before those people can hurt them. So let's see what the honesty is. But this is a pretend honesty. The Sun, the Three of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups. What's the gloves? King of Wands, Seven of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. A boundary. The boundary of confusion. Oh, you know what I'm wondering? I'm wondering if this person is confused about a boundary here. And what they believe may be incorrect. I think this person is confused about a boundary, and what it is that they believe that to be is incorrect. So, okay, looking at this, because I don't know, I feel like this person is in some sort of a vulnerable situation. I do want to give them the benefit of the doubt of that. I mean, I see that. I don't know if that's something of their own making or what that is. You'll have your own stories with so many different people. So, I'm looking at the cards that there's been something here where I'm going to love me. But it's really turning the tables in that. With the Wheel of Fortune, like this feels like a sudden change. That this person's like with Hermit and Queen of Cups, I'm loving me. That's who I'm going to love. So if I don't know if you've put up a boundary, which I don't know. I don't really see one here. I'm not really sure what this is. It's almost like there's some sort of boundary. There's some sort of unspoken rule, or maybe this caused some type of confusion between you and this person, or them and someone else, because I could be looking at the energy of something that's gone on between them and another person, and it causes strife between you and them. This person is probably not easy to get to know. And like I said, I feel like this person has a chip on their shoulder, so they may not be very approachable. Why do they pretend, right? They pretend. So are they pretending to be confused? This is the Spider with success. Feels like somebody's strategizing and maybe even manipulating for success. Like that's the reason here. So it's, again, that doesn't feel great. Success. What's this success surrounding? The King of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. Wow, that's interesting. It's like trying to communicate to somebody here. The success is surrounding communication to someone. The Spider. I don't know. Has this person succeeded in something that was very complicated? The High Priestess and the Star. I'm going to say, I feel like this person is receiving something, like, I feel like there's angelic energy protecting this person. Like, regardless of how, you know, they may approach others or the things that they may say to other people. I don't know. So a part of me here that feels, I don't know, like sympathetic towards this person. With the Mice and the Emperor in the reverse, like That's even like somebody who was in a position that was vulnerable and somebody who had the capacity to help them did not. And so they're going to look after them. Because I do feel like that this person has some type of spiritual support here. They may have a funny way of saying things too. They may not be very direct. And I know Sagittarius is very direct. Very direct. That's okay. I like it. Sometimes it ruffles my feathers, but I'm like, well, at least they were honest. They were honest and they said it straight up. Not, you know, like some of the buttery ones where, you know, I really love your reading, Cindy. And I really like, but, I'm like, oh, here we go. You don't even do that. You're just like, this was stupid. You don't know what you're doing. Like, all right. So, I don't know. This person is like, they've achieved something here. They have achieved something. I feel like they have. But they're talking, they're not being direct. It just feels like this person is not being direct. Maybe they're worried about being direct in a sense. I don't know. I don't know what else to say for someone. Like, I don't want to make excuses, but I can't deny the fact that they've got an Emperor in the reverse with the mice. Yeah, no. Like, it could even be someone who is in, like, the system, right? Like, somebody who could have been hurt or in a vulnerable state or, oh, God forbid, any sort of abuse or anything like that. And then there was somebody here who had the power and the authority to do something for them, and that person chose to take advantage of them, or really, yeah, or chose to make the system work for them. Okay, so I want to read the individuality card. 47. This is how it affects you with the Lily card. No two snowflakes can ever be the same. Just as you are special and unique too, this is something to celebrate. I have marked one young vampire in a way that is unique, setting her apart from all others. Choosing her symbol is important because it reminds you to reflect on your unique qualities. It also reminds you not to compare yourself with others. This is a futile exercise because no one is the same. No one's beauty greater or lesser than yours. No one's life better or less than yours. Others may seem happy doing things a certain way, but if you feel as if you're compromising yourself to fit in, don't. So it affects you. People will love you for who you are, not someone you are trying to be. Your task here is only to be yourself. This is a powerful sign. This is how it affects you. It almost like if this person has closed off to you, you're finding peace in that. Like, I don't know if this person holds a grudge. I want to know how you know them, because I'm not even sure that the story that I'm seeing here has anything to do with you. How is Sagittarius connected to this person? Well, that's too many cards. That's too many cards. How is Sagittarius connected to this person? This like, oh, you did have the complicated at the bottom with so many cards. How is Sagittarius connected to this person? Bouquet. Oh, and you have lily. Flowers. Flowers. Flowers? Flowers. Okay, how are you? Bouquet. Bouquet is reaching out. Bouquet is friendliness. Bouquet is sweet scents. It's kind of like gifts from the heart. Okay, there's something else going on here. Even though these do not feel like the same person to me. Well, obviously they're not. This is them. No, this is them and this is you. I'm also picking up a vibe here that some of you, this could be like a sibling and even a twin. I've never really picked that up before, but I'm picking it up in this one. This could be like you don't know how, I don't think you're identical either. Yeah, because the markings on the face are also different. For some of you, this is a sibling. Oh my gosh, this is a sibling. And you both may have experienced similar things here. Right? There's both these, no two snowflakes are alike. No two sets of flowers are alike. You and this person are very different. You may have gotten through something or healed after some sort of difficulty here. This person has not, or they choose to keep their emotions to themselves. They choose to be closed off. They may, okay, if there's some way that you're succeeding or you have had a better ability to heal from some type of difficulty, maybe it makes this person feel less than around you. Because they're looking away. They're looking away and they're looking down. There's something about you that is making this person feel less than. And I'm not saying that you need to make yourself small. I do actually want this person to be heard in this reading. And if you've come here and it's not a narcissist, okay, this could be someone who's a victim of a narcissist, to be quite honest. It's not your reading. Don't do that to someone else who's a victim. Don't do that to someone else who's a victim, right? If they've come into your reading. If you've had difficulty with this person, I can see why. And I would sympathize with that. But there's this person, I don't know. This is the kind of person where I'd be like, how can I help them? It's just like, how can I? And I know sometimes you just can't. Sometimes you just can't. And maybe that's the point where you are with this, is how this affects you in a relationship. No two snowflakes are alike. I'm really picking up something here where you and this person, even if you're not siblings, I feel like you could be of the same sex. I feel like you could be of the same nationality. I feel like you could be like the same culture. You could be connected in family. You look very similar to this person, but you're different. Or you've handled something differently. Yeah. The tower, pie tower, house, Garab. The sunbeam protected in the darkness of the night. The house, pie tower. This person could be, I don't want to say hoarding. They are hoarding. They're hoarding. They may even be just hoarding themselves. Let's do tarot on you, how this affects you. So Lily is peace too. The Lily can be about, finding peace within yourself, finding peace in relationships and with other people. So you may be working on your own peace between yourself and this person here. Lily. It also so it's a very dualistic card, because it can also symbolize like funerals and endings, but celebrations and new beginnings. The Chariot, Judgment, and the Eight of Wands. Okay, I'm going to be honest. Yeah, I feel like you're at peace with this and you would rather really not be judged anymore. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. You don't want to be judged anymore. Individuality. I get it too. I think you should both be heard in this reading. I know a lot of people deal with narcissists or really cruel people. This is not a cruel person in your reading. To me, it looks like this person has experienced cruelty. So the King of Swords and the Magician. That almost feels like redefining yourself. Wow. I don't know. I can see that you have really accomplished like a strong sense of self here. You have come out on the other side of something. Like you and this person could have suffered a similar abuse. I hate that if you have. That breaks my heart if like that's something that has happened here. And it breaks my heart that it looks like this person is really struggling. But let's be honest, they are self-loving. They are self-loving. So I feel like this person is growing past whatever has happened to them. The King of Swords and the Magician. You know your mind. You know who you are. And maybe there's times here where somebody has tried to make you feel bad about that. So you know your mind. You know who you are. You know that you're different. You know that you're not like them. But you can't react like them. And you can't be them. And all you can do is create as you are. It's really beautiful. Actually, it's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. And how you feel about this person, focus, woman. See, I really feel like that this is between two women here. It could be like a mother and a daughter. It could be two sisters. It could be cousins. It could be friends. Now, if you're like a guy and you're coming to this and you're like, I totally know what this is, and we're not women, and that's cool too. I want to say it's the feminine side. It's the side of you that wants to be loved and nurtured and looked after, but was taken advantage of or something like that. So, a focus, how you feel about this person. They focus on woman. Let me see. Let me see what that is about. Focus. Four of Swords, Seven of Wands, and the Strength card. They don't let in, do they? This person, they are healing. Well, they are. And that's also how you see them. And you see them as like, don't touch, don't knock on the door. What's a woman? Woman? Oh. Maybe there was a woman here who was abusive. I was like, where did it go? Okay, there it is. Oh, yeah, that was in the reverse. That was in the reverse. The Page of Swords was in the reverse. The Queen of Swords, the Devil, and the Page of Swords in the reverse. Somebody hasn't learned from something here. Or they have the wrong impression or the wrong information. The Queen, seeing it clearly, the Devil, seeing the devil clearly. How you feel about this person? Seeing the devil clearly. But okay. With the Page of Swords in reverse, I want to say there's a point in time where if there's been any sort of victimization for someone, that the devil, over time, the devil is no longer whoever, like the perpetrator or caused some type of pain or hurt, or it becomes the thing inside you. Like really it does. It transforms and transfers. So if this person has been carrying something for a long time, it kind of almost ends up being, the devil is a thing inside them with this Page of Swords in the reverse. Focus on the healing. Focus on the healing? Look at the devil inside. But I think that's how you see them. I mean, it makes sense with the Hermit and the Queen of Cups. I will love me. Boy, this is a real, it is complicated. Yes, very complicated. Two Pentacles, Lovers, Empress. Empress, Lovers, Two Pentacles. I don't know, like the Empress and Lovers, then the Two of Pentacles. Juggling possibilities here. Juggling a divine possibility. Well, I'm going to go do the extended. In the extended, Sagittarius, I am going to ask, what would this person tell you if they could tell you anything? Like secrets, anything. There's no consequences for them telling you. There's no consequences on the outside world. There's no consequences with their ego or anything like that. Why don't they tell you? And then I'm going to ask, what are their deepest thoughts about you? Thank you so much, Sagittarius. Oh, there's two options below in the description for the extended if you would like to follow me there. Thank you so much, Sagittarius. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.